Council okays blueprint from housing efforts. 19 policy changes meant to encourage more housing construction, ranging from eliminating parking requirements to increasing building heights, to allowing high-density residential development around shopping areas, gained tentative approval from Penticton City Council on Tuesday. All but one of the changes were suggested by a citizens' task force struck earlier this year to review the official community plan with an eye to pumping up the housing supply. Nathan Little, who chaired the task force, said the work was given urgency by a separate housing needs assessment that suggested the city's population could grow by 20,000 people by 2045, which will require hundreds of new homes to be built each year. This growth comes with some substantial challenges and demand for more diverse mix of homes to meet the needs of workers, young professionals, families, and retirees who face changing circumstances. Underpilling all of this is the need to provide affordable and attainable housing for all, said Little during his report to Council Tuesday. This document is a beginning. There will be adaptations, a need to consider provincial legislative changes, and feedback garnered from the community. These recommendations provide the basis for Council to move forward and continue the vital work of making housing a priority. A few of the task force recommendations, such as allowing multifamily units in all areas of the city and developing standardized sets of blueprints, overlap with recently announced moves by senior governments. Some of the more Penticton-centric recommendations include eliminating the 3-story height restrictions downtown and 4-story height restrictions on Lakeshore Drive. Others include permitting mixed-use buildings in strategic areas such as major transportation corridors and on land attached to existing shopping centers, scrapping parking requirements for some new housing, and encouraging construction of studio suites. Those moves, 17 in all, were approved by a 6-1 vote of Council. The opposing vote was cast by Council James Miller, who expressed concern about a lack of public consultation on the measures. In response, Blake Lavin, the city's director of development services, said there will be plenty of time for the public to chew on the changes before Council makes things official sometime around May 2024. Nothing's set in stone at this point. There will be lots more discussion in the community as well as the Council table before anything gets amended into the bylaw, said Lavin. But the intent is that we go back out into the public with the proposed changes, and very well, there could be some areas that we'll pull back from based on the feedback from the public. The task force 18th recommendation, which would reverse a past decision to designate Spoiler Road as a growth area, was approved by a 4-2 vote. Council Helena Conans and Ryan Graham were opposed, while Council Amelia Boltby abstained due to a conflict. If we're really going to unlock housing, I don't think we should be going backwards, says Conans. Finally, the 19th change was put forward Tuesday by Council Isaac Gilbert and would permit major daycares in all residential areas. It was approved 7-0. Personally, I find the housing in Penticton to be really challenging, and I've noticed this issue on a personal level, and the people around me have commented on it and spoken about it, and it's something we've all faced to a certain degree in this area. It's nice to hear that things are changing, especially in terms of what the council's doing, but I'm not really going to expect much. I mean, it's politics, and I'm a little cynical when it comes down to how this city behaves municipally. I also feel like we also have challenges that are deeper than just giving people housing. Like, for example, there's a lot of people that really behave so badly and require mental health services so desperately that even if you were to give them a home, it would turn into a disaster. But anyway, that's my take on it.